Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends. And as usual, as soon as we change the channel, people don't know how to find me. Even though we keep saying always you can find me by Patreon. And you will see in the comment says, oh, Christian Prince finally back when I never left. That is telling you that people don't listen, people are deaf, people are blind. It doesn't matter how much you repeat and how much you speak and you say. www.patreon/Christian Prince. This is how you find where I'm going to be live. Please. www. I know how many W I have to add now. They don't see it. Let me flash it, www.patreon.com/Christian Prince. Okay, so if I don't come here, because you never know, YouTube might delete this channel. So how you find me? You go to www.patreon.com/Christian Prince. I'm sure they did not even hear anything. Anyway, our topic today is about the daughters of Allah. I saw a video of Zakir Naik. And Zakir Naik is the best between his kind. The kind of people who make business from the fool. So Allah is imageless. I asked Muslims since when Allah is imageless in Islam. And then here it says, but if someone still prays to idols, the Muslims, the Muhammadan, always they try to present themselves that they are people who they are against paganism. They don't worship idols. But the fact, all of us, we knew that Muhammad, he commanded them to follow his steps by kissing the black stone, bowing down in front of a stone, believing that the stones are holy, and stones even erase your sin. But there is a question, or let us say a little topic which nobody want to talk about, or nobody maybe mention it yet. Why the Muhammadan God has 3 daughters? Now the Muslim, the Muhammadan, they will say to you, oh no, those are the Arab. They made the 3 daughters for Allah. No problem. Where are they coming from, and how come he got 3 daughters? Everything have to have an origin. How and where this is started. Do we have any Muslim can tell us? Okay, the God of the Christian, how come he don't have 3 daughters, even though the Christian believe that God has a son? So how the 3 daughters been, let us say, become like an attachment to Allah? What is the relationship? Do you think that like it's an like accident? Somebody he says there's 3 daughters, they are daughter of Allah, and then everybody follow? No. Are they really an invention, or let us say they are something new, or they are very ancient, long before Muhammad? If you do a little study, you will find that those 3 daughters, they've been exist for a long time. Mr. Sufyan saying Allah he is not have 3 daughters. Well, my friend, if okay, I understand that maybe your English is not good. My English is not good too. So don't feel bad about yourself. But I will put your answer in the screen, and then everybody will laugh. Who is a Muslim believe that Allah daughters are not exist? And based on what? Based on what? Isn't it your prophet he sent Khalid ibn al-Walid to kill one of the daughters of Allah, and he killed her. So how they are not exist and you killed one of Allah's daughters? Guys, do you see the stupidity? How this cult claim that Allah has no daughters, and then Muhammad, he sent Ibn al-Walid to kill the daughter of Allah, and he killed her. If she is not exist, how you can kill someone is not exist? So here we need to notice then, either the Muslims are a bunch of liars like their prophet, and their prophet lie when he said that we killed the daughter of Allah, you know, because if she doesn't exist, he's lying. How you can kill her? Where it says that? Okay. The funny is, Sufyan saying Allah curse the one who make lies. That is funny, my friend. Your God Allah, he says to you, you can even take false oath. Allah, he said in the Quran, Allah will not take you accountable to your false oath, but to your intention in your heart. So you can lie to me as much as you want, as long your intention is to defend Islam. You want me to show you the verse in the Quran? The daughters of Allah, for sure they are fiction, the same as Allah is fiction. But they are long exist before Muhammad. And if you ask the Muslims now, just to show you how old this those daughters of Allah, what is the names of the uncles of Muhammad, the family of Muhammad? The second you check the names, you will find that all of them, they have to do with the pagan religion of Muhammad. If you ask them what Abu Talib mean, what Talib mean? What Abdul Muttalib mean? Slave of Al-Muttalib. Who is Al-Muttalib? The uncle of Muhammad, his name is Abdul Uzza. Abdul Uzza, the slave of Al-Uzza. The father of Muhammad, his name is Abdullah. Yet he is not a Muslim. Abdul Kaaba. Abdul Kaaba. How you can be the slave of the Kaaba? Etc., etc., etc. So the names of Muhammad family prove to us that all of them, they are pagan, and Muhammad himself, he changed his name. He changed his name. There's nothing. There's, you know, I saw once a Muslim, he is trying to refute me. He says, "Oh, you are saying that Muhammad, he changed his name to Muhammad, make the praise one." Well, at that time there is many people, their name is Muhammad. Well, that is false. People, they change their names after Islam to names of their choice. So some they name themselves Muhammad. Most of Muhammad new believers, they converted to Islam by the sword, and they've been enforced either by, you know, like you have to, or voluntarily sometime they change their names. There is a story as an example about a woman. She don't like Muhammad, but she converted to Islam. She hate Muhammad. And when Muhammad, he won the war, she started beating her idol with the hammer. But why she is beating her idol? She worshipped this idol. Because this idol did not stop Muhammad from coming and force her into Islam. I can even show you, I can find the reference. And even their book says that this woman, she converted to Islam. She been forced to convert to Islam. She been forced to convert to Islam. And now because she is so upset that a silly man like Muhammad, a false man like Muhammad, he is winning, having victory over them, and now she have to leave her God and follow the gods of Muhammad. Other God, which is even mentioned in the Quran, beside the three daughters of Allah, Naila or Naila. Who is this Naila? If you go in the Quran, you will find the Muhammadan, until now they practice very much a pagan practice about when they go to Hajj, they go between two locations, two little hills, not mountains, little hills. Each one of them has an idol. Now, for sure, the Muslim, they will say, oh, there's no idol there. No, we know. But this is what it is. And you can open the books of tafsir and you can read it. And you will notice here that there is two names. Those are names of idols. Those names have like equal names, like Isaf and Naila. Safa and Al-Marwa. You ask the Muslims, okay, what is that? It says here, Al-Safa and Al-Marwa are among the shrines of Allah. Translation here is very funny and very stupid, using the word God. No, it doesn't say God, it says Allah. Let's change the translator. Just another idiot, like the rest of them. Maybe they are using Google to make books and sell it, and you know, the Muslim they will buy. You know, I mean, for the Arab, I mean, usually this is what we say for the Arab: all soup is shampoo. Even if it's soup, not soap. So in chapter 2, verse 158, you will notice something very funny, that As-Safa and Al-Marwa, which is two little tiny hills, not mountains, in the location of Mecca, where the Arab before Islam used to go and do their rituals. How those two places become from the ritual of Allah? You will notice here that it says, verily As-Safa and Al-Marwa are from the shrines of Allah. So it is not a sin in him who perform tawaf, going around between them. Okay, why it says not sin? It must be somebody asking, is it sin or not, right? This is exactly what happened. A huge group of the Muslims who converted to Islam, they love to practice As-Safa and Al-Marwa. And As-Safa and Al-Marwa is simply, supposedly, based on the legends, women and a man who have sex inside the Kaaba. And they have idols for them in those two locations, and they go between them, because the Kaaba always was a sexual worship arena. This is why we have the black stone in the shape of a vagina. If you go in the tafsir, you will see that it says, Muhammad, he said, not me, that the black stone was whiter than milk, but the sin of mankind made it black. Okay, what make it black exactly? You go and read tafsir, it says that women who they want to have children's, they go and they touch their vagina when they have their period, and the blood in their hand, and then they place their hand inside the black stone, which is the vagina, praying to the god of the black stone to make them have babies. And this is why they used to go totally naked around the Kaaba. Totally naked. And the men, they come after the women and they hold their penises and they insert it in the black stone to fertilize it by the blessing of the God. Here in front of us in the hadith, and this is very authentic, it says that they used to go around the Kaaba totally nude. You see, the Muslims, they talk about nudity in Europe. There's a nude beach. There's a nude club. You know? Yeah, there exists. But this has existed in Arabia a long time before those European. And this is a place of worship. And you will notice that Muhammad never mentioned one statement against it. Did you notice that the whole Quran never speak about stop going nude around the Kaaba? Do you notice that Muhammad never said anything about why in the world you are going nude around the Kaaba? Actually, if you read my book, Sex and Allah, you will find that Muhammad used to go and watch and enjoy watching. He never stood to say shame on you. We know the story in the Bible where Jesus, he flipped the tables of people just for buying and selling, not even in the temple. You see, the temple has many squares, like many yards, let's say. The outskirt yard, not even the inner yard, not even the one after, the outskirt yard, they were selling and buying. The Messiah was so upset and he flipped their table and he said to them, you made the house of my father a bazaar. This is Muhammad, who now he's a prophet of Allah, watching people going naked around the Kaaba, and he never opened his mouth. Never. I challenge the Muslim to tell me, to show me where Muhammad he complained about it. Any Muslim can help me? We cannot even find it in the Quran. Not a single verse coming from Allah to rebuke such a behavior. Maybe the admins can go to the Christian Prince account. We have still the chat open there. Maybe you can post what we can do so people will know. We'll take them time. Anyway, I don't care really who come or don't. Now, going back to the daughters of Allah, I'm going to open my Skype just to show you that Muslims, they have no idea what they are worshiping, what this religion is about. And if they say or they claim that Muhammad did not worship the daughters of Allah, we have a proof of that too. Muhammad himself who worshiped them. Actually, this is what the book of this guy with his name Salman Rushdie, which made the Muslims so angry, Satanic Verses about. Satanic Verses is what? Muhammad, he praised the three daughters of Allah. He said their intercession is a must. Muhammad himself, the one who the Muhammadan they claim he is against the three daughters of Allah. Do we have any Muhammadan? Feel free, my Skype is open. Now, if we go, you will see that even the Muslims, after they become Muslims now, and they are doing jihad, killing non-Muslims, They ask even Muhammad to build for them idols. So how Muhammad is against idols, yet they are asking him to build idols for them? Let me see if I can find it in English. Give me a second, hold on. Because there is no way. Those people, they are believers in God. They call him, even the word Tawheed mean the unities or unification of God, not unity actually, unification of gods. So yeah, you believe in Tawheed, that means you are not a monotheist. You are unifying gods. That's what the whole message of Muhammad is. He's trying to unify all the pagan gods, make them united God. I found it. Those are the believers. Look at this. Abu Waqidi, he said, narrated, when the messenger of Allah, SAWS FM, short wave, long wave, went out of Hunain, which is a location for like to kill, as usual, he passed a tree that the idolaters called that and a what, upon which they hang their weapons. They, the companions, say, listen carefully, those are not the pagan now, those are not the previous pagan, those are the pagan Muslims. They are asking Muhammad to do what? To build one like it for them. Read carefully. The companion said, if there is any doubt that the one is asking is the companions, no. When the Muslim, they say the companion, this is the Sahaba. Sahaba mean the most close people to Muhammad. Abu Bakr, Umar, those are like the very elect. They say to him, O Messenger of Allah, make for us that and what? What? Make for us that and what? What do you mean? What? Aren't you people who believe in one God and you are against the idols and etc.? And yet now they are asking him, Messenger of Allah, make that and what for us, as they have that and what. So they are saying to him, well, make like those idols for us, like those. Do you see it? And this is a clear proof that Muhammad never came with oneness of God. Are you with me? Imagine Peter saying to Jesus, make for us idols. That doesn't make sense. How we are people who worship one God, and then we are asking the prophet of that God to build for us idols like the idols of the Arab. And you see, the Muslim in the translation here, because they are, I mean, translation is so stupid, they don't even know how to translate. But look what it says. They passed a tree that idolaters called Dhatu and what? It's not a tree. You cannot build a tree. Can you? Have you ever heard of somebody can build a tree? This is not a tree. This is an idolater, like, you know, an idol have a, like, let us say, branches, so they can hang their weapon in it, and then they slaughter underneath of that idol, worshiping that idol. And then what Muhammad, he said, read carefully and love. The Prophet said, Subhanallah, this is like what Musa's people said. make for us a God like their God. By the one in whose my soul, you shall follow the way of those who were before you. And now we have a big problem. Did you see, Muslims, what Muhammad he prophesied? He swear by Allah that all of those, they will worship the gods which was before them. Those are the companions of Muhammad. And this is where you get all your stories from the same people. And this is a false prophecy of Muhammad. Did Umar al-Khattab and Abu Bakr and the rest of the Muslims who they are the companion, they worship, they throw those gods after Muhammad said that? This guy, he is a dripping machine of false prophecies. But here you notice there's many important things in this story that the most close people to Muhammad don't even understand what Islam is about. Otherwise, you tell me how they are asking him for such a request. How you are, I mean, those are the people who attach to Muhammad day and night. Even when he rape women, they guard him in the front of his tent. The very same people asking him to build idols to worship. And what Muhammad he say? Did you see him angry? No. He say, you know, you will worship the gods exist before us. I swear by Allah. Do we have any Muhammadan? Any comment from the Muhammadan? Who is a Muhammadan would like to join us live on air? Muhammad, his father, his grandfather, his parents, his family, his tribe, Arab before Muhammad, all they worship many, many gods, and none of them is an Arabian god. None of them. Actually, most of the gods of the Arabian Peninsula, including Allah, actually not most, I mean all of them, are imported gods. There's a hadith, if you remember, we mentioned it before, how the Arab, they do look for gods. Let us look for it. This is how the Arab are. And the black stone is one of those stones. We used to worship stones. And when we found a better stone than the first one, we would throw the first one and take the later. But if we could not get a stone, then we would collect some earth dirt and bring a sheep milk over the dirt, you know, and perform tawaf. Do you see the word tawaf? This is where tawaf is coming from. Do you see it? Is tawaf from the God of Islam, or this is pagan practice was exist always? Tawaf. Tawaf was exist. Tawaf was a practice. Tawaf is still exist. The Kaaba was exist. The Kaaba still exists. The black stone was exist. The black stone now, most of it is not exist. We have little tiny stones that would walks around them. And they do the same. They go naked. Until now, the Muslim, by the way, go naked. Do you know? Until now, Muslims, when they practice their tawaf, they go totally naked. Do you see the sheet they put in the top of them? This is they just changed that, you know, actually as a part of the practice. They used to have those sheet before, but they go naked first, and then when they done certain tawaf, then they wear those sheets. If you look at the sheet the Muslim they wear in the Hajj, you will find that this is exactly what the Buddhist priest wear. You know, I was in Asia and I attended many Buddhist temples. And the first, and actually I record them by my phone. Maybe I should make post some videos about it. And I noticed that the exact way of a prayer of the Buddhist is the exact way of a prayer of the Muhammadan. Exactly. Literally. And for sure the Hindus, because they are connected. But if you go right now and see even what shoulder they show, what kind of sandal they wear, the Muslim, they wear the same exact thing. There's a certain kind of sandals you have to wear. You have to shave your head. You show one shoulder. Let us show you some pictures so you can take an idea. Then you shave your head. I found the Buddhist. Let us see the Muslim Hajj. A man wearing ihram Muslim. Do you see it? So where is the Buddhist and how we can separate between them? Hmm? They wear a sheet. They are totally naked, no underwear. They show one side of their clothing, one shoulder. They shave their hair. They wear the same kind of sandals that the Buddhists and the Hindus they wear. This is what you will see if you go to Hajj. Naked people. Literally naked people. And if you ask yourself, why even they have to do? I mean, why? What is that exactly mean? Is that really a Muslim clothing, or this is a Buddhist or Hindus? And the funny is that the Muslims are very conservative, supposedly, but women, they go between men around the Kaaba, and you can imagine what they will do to them, especially when it is so crowded. And the man is not wearing a panty. There's many videos on YouTube actually made by Muslim women about what happened to them when they did Hajj. You can go and search them. Like imagine a woman now, she is coming to kiss the black stone. And all those men are behind you. Good luck. You will have a baby before you leave. Do we have any Muslim here? He is not agreeing with us. Anyone? You know, you might ask yourself, you might say, okay, you know, what are you talking about? I mean, Saudi Arabia is really far away from India. No, my friend. The Arab, they have, the people of the desert, they have a lot of trade with all those countries. And India is just across the street from Saudi Arabia. This is the map. You see, now we have something called Pakistan, but long time ago there was no, I mean, not long time ago actually. All those countries are new countries, Pakistan and Bangladesh. Those are India. There's nothing called Pakistan. So all what it takes to go from the Arabian Peninsula to India is to cross this line here. Like now, this is considered as Iran, right? But this is Pakistan. It's one land. There's no borders. You cross from here to here, very few kilometers in the sea, and you are in India. And just to remind you, you can go right now and search in YouTube where Prophet Adam landed. You will see the Muslims have videos saying that Prophet Adam, peace be upon him, when he came down from heaven, where he landed, anyone remember? Anyone remember? This is what the Muslim teach, not me. And this is what Muhammad told them, not me. He come down to Sri Lanka. And that is telling you where is the roots of this cult is coming from. I mean, Adam, Allah could not find a place to send Adam to anywhere in the world except Sri Lanka. So now all of us, we are from Sri Lanka originally, just to let you know, in case you do not know. I don't mind, by the way. I mean, I would love to be from Sri Lanka. You can watch the video of Mufti Mink. You will see, explain how Allah, he sent Prophet Adam in Sri Lanka, and he sent Eve where? Guess where? I mean, have you ever heard of a stupid story like this? In Jeddah. Jeddah? Are you serious? So the guy, okay, hold on. Eve, by the way, Muslims, if we ask Muslim what Eve means, they do not know, by the way. Like in Arabic, it says Hawa. But is Hawa is an Arabic word? No. Even that is a theft. But anyway, so Allah, he sent Hawa in Jeddah, and he sent Adam in Sri Lanka. How they met? Please, if you know, let me know. If you have an idea, Muslims, how they met after they landed, let me know. Did Hawa, she send him like maybe she was using like some of those apps in the internet. She have a location GPS. She sent him, honey, where you landed? And my parachute landed in Sri Lanka. And the funny is, Adam, he did Hajj 40 times from Sri Lanka, going backward. I mean, look at this idiot, Adam. Why you are going back? I mean, your wife is in Jeddah. You are coming from Sri Lanka. And not to forget to mention, look like Adam, he was the champion of the world in swimming. You see, Sri Lanka and India are not connected. How this guy Adam was able to go to Indian land, to the mainland? We are talking about the first man. We are not talking about like now we have many kids and they build a boat and they became more advanced. This is the first guy. He did not even meet his wife yet. But this will lead us to something very important, that all of Islam is a theft, and it is an information, a religion born out of more ancient religions. As an example, if you ask any Muslim from those, let us see who is a Muslim here, he speak Arabic. I'm going to type a word on the screen. Oh, I'm typing in English. Hold on. Muslim, what is that word on the screen? Anyone can tell me? Any Muhammadan can tell me? I mean, look how many Muhammadan here, but nobody of them understand his own language, the language of his God, supposedly. What happened to those Muslims here? Hilal. Okay, what Hilal mean? What Hilal mean? Anyone knows? Let us go to the Quran and see. Hilal, simply, we can find it in the Quran. The Quran says Ahilla. Quran mean, as Hilal mean, the crescent moon. Like not the full moon, like the one you see in the top of the mosque. Okay, but what you do not notice, that if you read the name from the other direction, you will read the name Allah. If you read it from right to left, the name is Hilal. The word is Hilal, which means the crescent moon. If you read from the left to the right, it's Allah. Lillah. This is what we see in chapter 1, verse number 2 in the Quran. Lillah. The crescent moon is the name of the God of Muhammadan. And I challenge any Muslim to say this is not true. It's in front of you. The same way goes for everything we find in this religion, or if we can call it religion. All the things they have is coming from other religion. If you go to chapter 36, you ask the Muslims, okay, what chapter 36 verse number 1 saying? What the Muslim they will say to you? Only Allah knows what he meant in that chapter. Doesn't make sense. What do you mean Allah knows? And look at the name of the chapter, Yasin. Do you see the name of the chapter? Yasin. Why? What do you mean? The name of the chapter is Yasin. Ya is a word meaning God. The same word. And don't confuse between, like, when we say Yahweh. Yahweh is not it is totally different meaning. It's I am who I am. This is a different thing. Yeah, here is just a separated word by itself. Sin is the name of the God. You go right now and search in Google, you will find that sin. Search God sin. God sin. It is the moon God. Then if you ask the Muhammadan, okay, what does that mean? You read the interpretation, you will die laughing. Even the Muslims, they admit that this is coming from, according to them, coming from the Aramaic language. Yasin, God knows best what he means by these letters. But this is not letter. This is not letter. And the Quran doesn't show as letters. It shows as a word. Somebody asking if this is my new channel. My friend, doesn't matter. Just let me remind you people, always to find where I'm going to go live. Doesn't matter what channel. There's no channels for me. I might lose them anytime. You know YouTube love me. You know the atheists, they support Muslims. You know that they are, they are united front against the Christians. So you do not need to ask. You have Patreon. You can go always to Patreon. Don't donate. I know you are cheap. You can go to Patreon. The address in front of you in every single video. You check there. You do not need even to make an account. Look at the last video I posted in my channel in Patreon. You will know where I'm going to go live next. And if you make an account, that will be better because you will receive notification. Capiche? We go back to our topic. And the funny, by the way, that we have this address Patreon in every single video. Yet people, they say, how we can find you, CP? So why we have that there? Okay. Explain to me the hilal one more time. Okay, I will explain it to you one more time. This is the word hilal in Arabic. Let us type it again. We can separate the word hilal and make it divided into letters. You can do that from your side if you speak Arabic. And I will do the same here. Let us see. This is the first letter. This is the second letter. This is the third letter. Capiche? Is it hard to see? So the same word, we divided, we separated the letters. Read it from the right to the left, from the left to the right. Hilal. And now read it from the left to the right. Lillah. To Allah. To lah. This is exactly what you find in chapter 1, verse number 2 in the Quran. Alhamdulillah. Thanks to the crescent moon. Is it hard? So to make it in English, letters, so people they can comprehend better. This is the word in English, hilal. Let us type in English. Hilal. Now we separate the letters. remember, when we are typing in English, we are typing letters. I mean, they are not really exist in the writing. Like when we say he, I'm using I, but in reality, there's no I. Just to let you know. Do you understand? Like in Arabic, we say he, hilal, but there's no letter is I, or ye, you know? It's just to pronounce it. So if we type it as separated letters, he is the first letter, H. The second one is la. And then the last one, L. If you read it, the first one from the right is li. The second one is la. The last one is H. Lillah. You go to chapter 2, chapter 1, verse number 2 in the Quran. It says, Alhamdulillah, thanks to lah, thanks to the crescent moon. There is any Muslim here have an objection? Just read the word, the same word, the opposite direction. You will find that this is the God of the Muslims. And this is why all of Islam is based. Like the Muslim, they say to you, oh, the moon in the top of the mosque have nothing to do with our religion. So why it's there? I mean, the cross have a reason. The cross have a reason for the Christian to have it in their churches. We know the reason. You have the moon, why? When the Muhammadan, they fast Ramadan, what they witness? They witness the God. This is the practice they do before Muhammad, nothing new. But Muhammad now, he make it official, following what the Sabi'an they used to do. If you go in the Quran, you will find this. You see, the Muslims, when they say to you, we fast Ramadan, you ask them what Ramadan mean. They say the month of Ramadan. The fact, this is not a month. That is the moon Ramadan. Chapter 2, verse number 185, the Muslim translation is saying, Ramadan is the month which the Quran was revealed. The fact that is false. The word here, they translated as month, is not true. The word in Arabic is shahr. Shahr is not an Arabic word, is used in Hebrew too. Shahr mean moon. Shahr mean moon, not month. In the language today, yes, it's used as a word mean month, but this is not what it is in the time of Muhammad. Never was called a month. They don't have month. It is a moon. If you change the translator, just change the translator, you will find how the translation in a miraculous way changed. Which is very weird, isn't it? I mean, are we talking about the same religion, or we are talking about the same different religion? This is Hilali Muhammad Khan, whatever his name, and I think two guys, two Muhammadan from Pakistan, translating the Quran. Read with me carefully. The Shahr of Ramadan, in which was revealed the Quran, guidance for mankind and clear reproof for guidance and certain. Now here, between two bracket, between right and wrong. So whoever of you cite, okay, cite what? What is the word after it? Cite what? Shahr. Read it. Whoever of you cite شهر فمن شهد منكم الشهر. So whoever of you cite the shahr. You don't cite a month. You can cite only something physical. We cannot cite time. And not only that, look, even their translation saying, whoever of you cite the crescent moon. Do you see it? You cite it. You know, when the Muslims, the Muhammadan, they try to fool you and they say the Quran mentioned the day sun equal to the word moon. That's false, because the word shahr is mean moon, and not only that, there's other words in the Quran which mean moon, which is like ahilla. Let us see. Until now we have zero Muslim. I'm looking at the sky. Let me look. We have a Muslim, but he wants to speak to me in private. No problem. Okay, let me just text him. All right. I speak to a lot of Muslims in private, and I like to help them. And most of them actually, they leave Islam at the end. Chapter 2, 189, it says, they asked you, Muhammad, about what the word ahilla, moon. When the Muslim, they count how many times repeated, they don't count this word. But this is a moon. And actually it's not only moon, it's moons. But what moons? They lie. It's the crescent moon. So you need to ask yourself why Allah He decided the crescent moon to be connected to Himself and everything. This is not Allah. This is what the Muslim this is what the Arab used to do before Muhammad. This is what exists long before Islam. If you go right now and you search for ancient gods or the three daughters of Allah, or the goddess, you will find always the moon as the crescent moon in every drawing, in every art, in every, you know. Let us search for some ancient pictures. Even if you go, you know, to very ancient, like Egyptian, you will see the same. You will see the moon, you will see the sun. As if you remember, we spoke about before about the temple of Al-Makkah in Yemen, which simply a major temple exists long before Islam, and Mecca itself is a replica, sorry, of that temple. You will find it everywhere, doesn't matter where you go. And then if we look for the three daughters of Allah, we will find how ancient they are. They are exist long before the Muhammadan and Muhammad and his religion. And each one of them presents something. This is Allah, and those are the three daughters. Do we have any Muslim? Any Muhammadan? Now, there is some ignorant, like James White, who supposes is a Christian. Somebody asked him, do the Muslim worship the moon god? What James White? He says, no, the Quran says don't worship the moon. But worshiping the moon god is not worshiping the moon. This is why you should not ask an ignorant, stupid person who do not know anything about Islam to teach you. This is what happened when you give your bread to someone he never worked in bakery. He will burn it. The moon god is the moon god, not the god who is the moon. They don't worship the moon, they worship the moon god. Do we have any Muhammadan here? Anyone? Until now I didn't see, except the Muslim who he have his wife and him when I talk to me in private. I didn't see anyone else. I saw they have a black Jesus in the Philippines. My friend, we are not against to have a black Jesus, but shouldn't Jesus should not be a statues. I'm against all kind of those statues, black or white, doesn't matter. It's a foolish behavior of those whom do it. I can accept that is for an art, or let us say I want to place, I prefer if when I place a cross in the top of a mountain, symbolic that this is the land of the Christians. But the Bible say clearly to make no images for what is up in heaven or what down in earth in order to worship. So if you make an idol and you worship it, you are a pagan. If you say I'm not worshiping it, fine, but still we do not need an idol for Jesus. Jesus is not a statue. If you say an art, well, this is your business. In art you can do anything. In art you can make an art of a naked woman, put it in your house and claim this is art. But we don't care as a Christian if Jesus is black or white or Asian. Jesus, he came to Israel, so it's very normal that he have the look of those who are Israeli. If he landed in Sri Lanka like Adam, he will look like people of Sri Lanka. Very simple. You will notice that there is nowhere in the Bible mention how Jesus looked like. Did you ask yourself why? Because it's not important in Christianity if Jesus was white or black or Indian or Indonesian, or doesn't matter. That's why the Bible says with the Christ, you know, the meaning, there's no Hebrew, there's no Greek, there's no Hebrew, there's no free, there's no slave, or there's slave, no Hebrew. So slave, Hebrew, Greek, you know, when we say Greek at that time, it's saying like, you know, the highest citizenship in the world. So with the Christ, all is equal. The slave usually, mostly, there was white slaves, but generally speaking, they are the black ones. A huge number of them. But the Roman, they enslave everybody. White, black, everybody. And even there is a, you know, there is a Hebrew slaves. So with the Messiah, there is no free, no slave, no Greek, no Hebrew, no nothing. For all is one in Christ. So in Christianity, my friend, we are one, and we are against all kind of racism. I have a doubt if we are forbidden to worship idols. My friend, no, that is a false statement you just made. There's nowhere it says you go and worship those in the synagogue. Those are just, let us say, actually those are even mentioned in the Quran. That Sulaiman, and this is again making Islam more in trouble. They claim that Islam is against statues, but then you find that Sulaiman, he ordered the genies to build statues for him. In the translation here, they took it off. But your claim that we've been ordered to worship statues in the Old Testament, that is a false claim. I challenge you to prove it to me. If they build in the synagogue statues for angels, or let us say a shape of angels with wings, that is not for the purpose of worshiping. That is a false, stupid statement. And if the Jews ask to make statues to worship, this is the Jews. The Jews worship crazy stuff. The Jews worship the gods of the idols. The Jews marry from the pagans. The Jews, they did all kind of crazy stuff. So don't make things up. And you see here the translation, the Muslim, they took the word statues from the translation. You ask yourself why. And you know, Muhammad, because he is a thief, this man, he put himself in trouble. How many times we heard the Muslims saying that Muhammad, he destroyed the statues. Okay, how Muhammad, Allah told him to destroy the statues, yet Allah, he told the Prophet of Allah, Aka Solomon, the one who is riding the carpet, flying carpet, in the verse before it, to build the statues. Either statues is okay or it's not. And to make it more horrible, you ask the Muslims what those statues are for. They say those statues are for the prophets of Allah. They make statues of the prophets of Allah. Why? If you ask me who is the person in the picture there, this is the lion heart, a king, a Christian king who defeated the Muhammadan when they invade Europe. We are lucky to have, I mean, he deserved the name, the lion heart. We are lucky to have him, and he defeated the devil, kick him far away. Do we have any Muhammadan? Richard, the lion heart. Any Muhammadan? Yeah, this is the same Arabian Prophet account. Nothing changed. We just changed the name, make it a Christian Prince too, because people they are looking for a Christian Prince. Do we have any Muhammadan here? The Muhammadan are so brave. The second they see that you have no knowledge, the second they see that they can play with you, or they can intimidate you, and all of them they have one excuse. If you go and watch the previous videos in my previous channel, I delete them, but you can find them in other channels for sure. A woman, she called me, what her excuse? I do not know Arabic. Okay, what the second excuse? I don't accept hadith. So what the Muslim, the Muhammadan, they do, they lay excuses in order to escape the embarrassment. And they change the translation and they accept a translation which less embarrassing. As an example, the verse in front of us. Just we open the previous translator, there's no statues. Where is the statues? Is gone. I mean, this is the same Muslim website. And those are Muslim translators. We switch to different translator, we will find statues. How you can delete such an important word? How you can take it off? How you can be honest and a believer and you take words and sentences of the Quran, totally of the Quran. Do we have any Muhammadan? Anyone? Nobody? Every single chapter in the Quran you will find how stupid the Quran is. As an example, you ask the Muslims, okay, how many east and how many west in the Quran? They say there's one east, one west. What are you talking about? And then you show them the verses in the Quran says Allah is the Lord of the two east. And then suddenly, yes, there is two east. You remember the woman she called me last time? Show me first, show me. She's supposed to, she want to be smart. After I show her, she will change her answer. Before I show her, she will not give me the answer. So show me, because now they don't want to be surprised and too late now to fix it. So show me first. I will tell you the answer first, after you show me. And this is why the Muhammadan, they have articles saying how to debate Christian Prince. Never say yes, never say no. Because whatever you say, he will trap you. Never say yes. Never. Okay, I asked him, was Muhammad a good guy? Even that one will not dare to answer. What do you mean, show me? Show you what? I'm asking you, is Muhammad a good guy or not? Do you remember the potato? What's his name? The monkey box. Huh? Is alcohol bad or good? He will not answer. CP, you know, you are changing topic, and what the heck? I'm not changing. I have to repeat the question 1,000 times. I lose my voice asking a simple question. Is alcohol bad or good? He is afraid to answer. He's the one who opened the topic. He's the one talking about alcohol, and now he don't want to tell me a very simple answer. Is alcohol bad or good? Took me a lot of squeezing, like Jibreel, squeezing Muhammad. Yeah, this is his name. I use it in the internet. Monkey Box. What his name? What's his other name? What's his real name? I forgot. Monkey Box. Anyway, it's not important. This one I don't remember. Nader Ahmad. Yeah, this is his name, Monkey Box. This is the name he chosen for himself in the internet, not me. You can ask him. So, the Lord of the two East and the Lord of the two West. Okay, solve this problem for me. How Muhammad he came to the conclusion, and his God, that he is the Lord of the two East and the Lord of the two West. And then the Muhammadan, they would try to duct tape. They say, at that time, people think that the East is not one. Okay, but this is God. Allah, he think too? Allah, he think he is there's two East? What does it mean to be the Lord of something is not even exist? Muhammadan, what it doesn't mean to be the Lord of something is not even exist. There is something called the East, to be the Lord of the East, and now we have two East. So your poo-poo is a square meter now. Double 2. Is Allah really the Lord of the two East and the two West? So Muhammad, he do not know that there is no such a thing. The sun changed location between the summer and the winter, but this is not the two East and this is not the two West. The West is the West and the East is the West. The East is the same, nothing changed. And then after that, you will see something Muhammad he mentioned so stupid. And the Muslim, they made videos about it. It says here, he is the one who's has loosed the two seas. They met. Between them, there's a barrier. They cannot transpass. The Muslim, they have tons of videos about it. Allahu Akbar, look at the river and the sea, the water, the color, they are not mixing, brother. That's a lie. Salty water and the fresh water, they always mix. The stupid Muhammad here is saying that salty water have nothing to do with the fresh water, claiming that there are two seas, when all of us, we knew that this is not true. You can go right now to your kitchen, get one glass, mix it with salt. Another glass has fresh water from the faucet, and then put them together in one container, and you will see that salty water and fresh water, they mix in a second. As simple as that. You will notice here it says, between them there's a barrier, but the translation is false. Barzakh mean a dry land. Barzakh, dry land. If you don't believe me, open Ibn Kathir and read it. The Muslim, they lie to everybody and say, oh, this is a miracle. It's about the two water meeting together. But the verse in the Quran says it clearly. There's a barrier between them, which is a dry land. Even though the translation is not saying what barzakh mean, it says just barrier, but this is because they are liars. I can go right now to Ibn Kathir and you will see. Chapter 55, verse number 20, shall we? This is 55. Let me show you. Here we go. Live in front of your eyes. Just to show you how they fabricate miracles, science, to make the Quran a book of God, when this is the most hilarious book ever? So this is Ibn Kathir, and don't tell me Zakir Naik he speak better Arabic than Ibn Kathir. Zakir Naik don't speak a single word in Arabic actually. Here we go. He has merged the two seas or let them loose according to Ibn Abbas. Meeting together, Ibn Zayd says he prevent them from meeting. So they don't meet. By the dividing barrier, he placed between them to separate them. Do you see it? The two seas are fresh and salty water. So there's a real barrier between them. They don't meet. And then he continues saying, and it is he who has let free the two seas. One is palatable and sweet, and the other is salty and bitter. And he set a barrier, complete partition between them. Chapter 25, verse number 53. So the same statement repeated in different chapter in the Quran. Between them there's a barrier. Let's see what the barrier. Meaning, he placed a barrier of land between the two types of water. Do you see that, guys? Do you see the word land? Do you see the word land? Or Christian Prince making it up? But what they do in the video in YouTube, to lie to people, to fool people, to make them believe Islam, coming with something really amazing. Allahu Akbar, brother. Look, the two oceans, they are meeting, but they are not mixing, brother. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. But in fact, the Quran stating something stupid, claiming that salty water and fresh water never ever mix. Why? Because Allah, he placed a barrier between them. But all of us, we knew that the water, which fresh water anyway, is coming from the ocean. So what do you mean they don't mix? And not only that, we knew that we have a cycle of water, which means rain come from the ocean, rain fell down to the ground, rain go back to the ocean, mostly. Isn't it all the major rivers in the world, they end in the ocean? Isn't it? Amazon, Nile River, Euphrates. I mean, Euphrates is really small, not a big deal. It used to be big. But thanks to Erdogan, he built many dams, and by doing that, he damned all the Muslims in the other countries, and they are suffering now. They don't have water to drink. The ethic of Turkey. They are suffocating the neighbors, the Muslim neighbors. Do we have any Muhammadan here want to say anything? Don't forget to tell your friends we are going live in this account now for God knows for when. And please remember, anytime you want to know where I'm going to be live, because we might lose any of our channels anytime. Doesn't matter if we have 100,000, 80,000, 90,000. You know, if YouTube don't go and discriminate me, I should have a channel have at least 3 million. Each time we reach 80, 70, we lose the channel. Do we have any Muhammadan? So as you see, Muhammad is coming with a fiction, stupid thing, claiming that Allah, he placed a barrier between the fresh water and salty water. You know, actually in different verses says hujran mahjura. Even he mentioned the word rock. But they can fool you. You don't speak Arabic, you don't know. Even many of the Muslims, by the way, like, you know, the young ones, they don't know. I mean, they see those videos. Allahu Akbar, brother, amazing, brother. But with us, all of those who speak the same, they will go bankruptcy. Chapter 25, verse number 53, it says it clearly, وَحِجْرًا مَحْجُورًا. It is impossible boundary. They cannot go through. Not touching each other, no. Between them there's a barrier they cannot go through. Never. Any Abdul? Mayday, mayday. And the Muslim, you know, they sworn the YouTubers. This is why those YouTubers, you know, the Muslim YouTubers who make big business of this. Brothers and sisters, Alhamdulillah, Prophet Muhammad made a prophecy. This is really da'wah. The Arabian Peninsula become green. Why? Because there is a flood in Saudi Arabia. This is a disaster, you idiot. The same as the earthquake. This become a green. Saudi Arabia, every day now they're having a prayer for the drought. What a green. This guy is celebrating a disaster. Alhamdulillah, brothers and sisters. And I don't know his voice. Why? It's a voice of a female. Take some hormone, man. Each one of them, he have something unique about him. One he spit, the other one he fart, the other one he cannot talk without putting his finger in his nose, and boogers come out, live on camera. Josh is asking you, where is the Bible manuscript for the 1st century? Anyone can find one? For sure we can find a lot. Why not? Because all the manuscript from the later centuries are a copy of the previous century. Just to make it simple for you, Abdul, first of all, you Muslims don't have even from the 4th and 5th and 6th century manuscript. And I changed, show me one. But when come to the Bible, the Christians, after they copy from the previous, which is written in cheap, poor papers, after we have the first king, he become a Christian, now they have money and support to have the Bible written in leather. So why they want to keep the older manuscript? Those manuscripts, they automatically, they will be destroyed. There's no paper will live for thousands of years. So you are a stupid idiot. At the same time, as long you don't accept any Bible except from the 1st century manuscript, how come you accept Muhammad saying to you something about the Bible 6th century after Christ? Shouldn't you ask Muhammad for manuscript of what he is saying? Shouldn't you ask him for the same question? Hey Muhammad, where you got this information from? That the Christian, they believe in the they don't believe in the Father, they believe in Allah and Mary and Jesus as Trinity. Shouldn't you ask him where is the manuscript to support your claim? Because I cannot find one Christian believe in such a stupid thing. So you are a hypocrite. You are asking me a question you don't dare to ask your prophet for. At the same time, how your stupid prophet confirmed the book we have with us at his time if we don't have the manuscript? Read with me. Is that your Quran? Saying that the Quran came confirming what is with them? So look like your stupid Muhammad. He have a manuscript and he never complained about it. And this is 600 years after Jesus. Do you see it? Same time, the Muhammadan do not have a single manuscript from their Quran. Not a single one. If you open any Quran printed by Saudi Arabia or any other country, you will see there's a page. It's called page A. Page A. It says this Quran is according to the recitation of Hafs, according to Ibn Asim, according to Uthman. Recitation, no manuscript. Do you remember the video of the stupid Uthman, the ketchup boy? A Christian guy, he asked a brother from Pakistan, I believe. He challenged the Muslim. He says, $5,000 if you can show me the Quran. Your Quran. The stupid Uthman, he brought a book with him. Anyone remember the video? He brought a book in his hand and he said, here, I'm going to get you busted. Give me the $5,000. And then the stupid idiot, the ketchup boy, the same book he held in his hand, it says, there's no way that this book has to do with any way, with any mean to be from Uthman. The same book he have in his hand, it says this cannot be from Uthman. This is how stupid you Muhammadan are. So you bring us a book to prove that you have the book of Uthman, but the same book says cannot be the book of Uthman. This is telling me one thing, that you Muhammadan do not know how to read, illiterate like your prophet, hypocrite. You claim that you have a religion, but you don't have any. I mean, I cannot believe it that I go to prove you wrong, bring in a book saying you are right. And here we go. Type she is posting the video for it. You can watch it. And don't forget to subscribe to this brother. This is why we laugh at you. In the same time, the stupid Quran confirming our book, but Muhammad cannot read our book. How you can confirm a book you cannot read? Can you believe it? How Muhammad saying confirming what is with them? And look at the false translation. It says here, scriptures come to them from God confirming what they have. In fact, this is false translation still. Change the translator. Who is this guy? Karabila Darwish. What the heck? The guy and his wife, I think they are making translation business. Everybody make a translation, you know, that's it. You want to make money, translate the Quran. Even if you don't speak Arabic, use Google. I mean, who need to speak Arabic? And when come to them, the Jews and the Christian, a book confirming what is with them. How stupid this religion is. Same time, by the way, when a Muhammadan he say that the Bible is corrupted, he is saying to you that Allah is a false God because this is supposedly a book sent by Allah. He's not talking about your book. Do you understand? If a Muhammadan he said to you in an argument, let's say you are debating, if he said to you, what is your book, like this idiot? And by the way, why you call yourself Josh? Why you don't use a Muslim name? Do you have a Josh in Islam? You have Jahsh in Islam, not Josh. You're a prophet. He married Zainab bint Jahsh, the daughter of the donkey. And it's very funny that those Arab, Muhammad, his last name is dogs. His wife, his last name is donkey. And the chapter of the elephant. Good luck with the zoo. Where is your Bible? He is asking, where is the Bible of Allah? This is the additional proof that Islam is messed up cult. How you claim, the Quran claim, that nobody can change the words of Allah. Did the Quran says that, or I'm making things up? The Quran says that. La mubaddila. Nobody can change the word of Allah. Okay, that's wonderful. So how, look how many verses in the Quran says. Chapter 6, verse number 34. وَلَا مُبَدِّلِ كَلِمَاتُ اللَّهِ. Nobody can change the word of Allah. Okay, no, wonderful. Nobody can change them. None can alter the words of Allah. between two brackets. Look at the bracket. Other verse 6:115. No one can alter the words of Allah. Okay, wow. But isn't the Bible supposedly the word of Allah? I mean, who is the stupid here? And then they will say to you, this is talking about the Quran. You stupid, what Quran? There was no Quran yet. Now Muhammad receiving Quran. Allah promising to preserve the Quran, which he didn't have yet, and doesn't say the words of Allah. So Allah, he confirmed what is with us. Allah, he confirmed nobody can alter the word of Allah. Allah, he confirmed that the Injil and the Torah is the word of Allah. And then the Muslim, they say the word of Allah is changed. Good luck with that. We laugh at you. We agree. All the word of Allah is a fabrication. My friend, when you come here, focus with me and don't be silly. CP, do you ever sleep? Is that your problem? We are here serious, talking about serious issue, and you are worried about, do you ever sleep? What about you ask me if I go to the bathroom? So we can get more details. Nobody can change the word of Allah. Look how many times the stupid Quran keeps saying that. Why you don't call me? Be a man. My friend, even if you are a man but you have a voice of a girl like Lily Dawah, it's okay. Take some hormone before you call me. Christian Prince, I swear by Allah, I'm watching you. You coward son of Muta. What watching me? The man who want to do something, he do something. Stop talking about watching people. You watch too much. A final warning to Sher Abdul. What the heck? Final warning, you stupid idiot sitting in your house eating grape with your wife. Go do something. What about you take off your clothes like Mimi Hijab, striptease boy? The Chinese, they are scared now after he took his t-shirt. And this is why all the Muslim kings and leaders, they came kissing the ass of the Chinese president, including the kings of Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Jordan, Morocco. I mean, you name it. If there is somebody left that did not kiss the ass of the king of the president of China. I mean, those leaders, Muslim leaders, they love to kiss ass. Trump, he came 65 president, they came to kiss his ass. Literally. I mean, at least one of you open his mouth, says, hey, supposedly you discriminate Muslims. What happened to this discrimination? The Egyptian, I mean, you name it, man. And then he start teaching you about ethic. By the way, why Mimi Hijab did not take off his clothes after the Muslims, you know, did what they did? Shouldn't he take off the rest of his panties after what happened? I don't know. I mean, I think there is something missing. And look how they are standing next to him, proud. You know, they are proud. And the funny is, the American and European making sanctions on China to protect the Muslims. Just listen carefully. The European Union and the American, they put sanctions in China and they ask for the rights of Muslims, not for the Christians. Listen carefully. And the Muslims, nobody of them opened his mouth speaking of any discrimination. All of us, we knew that there is no discrimination. The American and the Western countries are using this as an excuse to stop China from growing. Very simple. They don't want anyone to compete, especially the American. They will control the weapon market, everything. They want to be the only empire. The day I arrived to China, a big church has more than 20,000 Christians attended, was destroyed. The same day I arrived to China. The same exact day. Not a single leader mentioned it. Suddenly all those Western, they defend Muslims. They say to themselves, you know what, if we say we are defending Muslim, that will make us more legitimate. A bunch of hypocrite. And now the American, even though I don't want to change my topic, the American, they found the balloon of the Chinese spying at them, and where they shot the balloon over in the top of the sea. Have you ever heard of a smart army like the army we have? I mean, how come when the balloon was in the top of the ground, you did not shoot it there so you can grab it, and now the excuse is it's in the ocean? I mean, what happened? What happened to this country? Isn't it enough we have Joe Biden? Look what we have in the army. They shot the balloon. I mean, the balloon across all over USA. They shot the balloon when it's over the sea. And now, the brother, we cannot get the most of the balloon. It's like they don't want to get it anyway, you know. It sounds like the Muslims trying their best to find an excuse, not to find a Muslim guy. He came to Muhammad. He says, if I find a man with my wife doing boom boom to her, should I say to him, wait until I find some witnesses? Prophet said, yes. What do you mean, wait? What? You will tell the guy, wait until I find 4 witnesses? And the Americans are doing the same. They get the balloon crossing the USA, and now we need 4 witnesses. And then by the time the command-in-chief, he ordered the balloon to be taken down, it was in the top of the ocean, and now they cannot have it. So look at this. Sa'd Ubadah said to the Messenger of Allah, what do you think if I find my wife with a man, should I give him some time until I bring 4 witnesses? In fact, the translation is false, by the way. It doesn't say give him some time. It says umhiluhu, which means I ask him, can you please continue doing boom boom to the wife, if you don't mind, please, so I can go find 4 witnesses. Have you ever heard? This is why all Muslim women are decent, because you cannot find how in the world? I mean, not only that, even if you bring 4 witnesses and the women, excuse my language, she is sitting in the top of the guy and she is wearing a skirt. Now nobody can see his private part going in and out. According to Muhammad, there's no proof of fornication, because the 4 witnesses, they have to see his private part going in and out. This is the stupid Islam. Even if your wife found having sex and you saw it, you have no proof. In fact, if you accuse her of doing so without 4 witnesses seeing the private part, as Muhammad says, going like the pen in the inkwell, you have no proof. And not only that, just to make it more fun, if your wife, she is sleeping around and effing everybody in town, every child she gave birth to, he is your son. So look at this drama. Your neighbor, he F your wife, his son inherit your money. the son of your neighbor from your wife. Because according to the logic and the philosophy of Muhammad, the son belonged to the one who owned the bed, not the one who effed the women. Excuse my language. Have you ever heard of such a crazy religion? The child belonged to the bed and is stoning for the adulterer. But we cannot catch the adulterer, so now we are stuck with the child belong to the bed. Even if you have a DNA test, even if you catch your wife with the guy, still her son from that guy is your son. And the funny is, Islam is against adoption. Islam is against adoption. Okay, so how this is, now I cut the wife having sex with this man. Let us assume like you are the same as Muhammad. You cannot have kids. And then your wife, she is giving you a baby, boing, 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 every few months. And then you discover, okay, you know what, you can't have babies, so all of them, they are not yours. That's it. Even if you have witnesses, even if you catch her having sex, Muhammad, he put the rule. Every child belongs to the bed, even if he's a bastard. Josh, don't talk about dancing, my friend. I can show you the hadith where your prophet been rode by a bunch of African, and they rode him all day long like a donkey. Call me and I will make you read it, and then we will see who was dancing. According to the hadith, those black men, they were naked and they rode your prophet like a donkey, making sound. And your prophet, at the end of the day, he could not even move. Where was Allah? Where is the angels to protect him? Anyway, this is why it's so beautiful to marry a Muslim woman. She can sleep with all the town men, and yet you have to accept the children's. Very simple. Yeah, all night long. This is a song actually. All night long. I don't remember the rest of it, but I remember this part. Yeah. Any comment from any Muhammadan? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We will be here for some time, and then we will go back to Christian Prince account, the other Christian Prince. Remember, we changed the name here, so easier to find us, Christian Prince 2. That will make it easier for people to find that we are live from the other Arabian Prophet, stupid prophet. Yeah, the Zut. The Zut. I never heard of a prophet people rode him like a donkey. And then at the end of the day, he could not even move. And how you can ride the man? I mean, what Muhammad was doing exactly? How you can ride him? Any Muslim can explain to me how they rode him? Was Muhammad like he's a person who walked in four? Anyway, Azut, yeah, Azut. All right. Let us inform more people that we are here, and I will try tomorrow to come back again. We continue sharing more information with you, and as you see, you know, there is endless information really to share about this mad cult, stupid cult, which is they are trying to make it look like a religion, but it's far away from being a religion. Everything Muhammad he have is a copy of somebody else. Muhammad is like the Chinese government trying to steal every technology and put it in their technology. The difference is Muhammad, he did not steal technology, he still fiction stories, stupid stories, like flying carpet of Solomon, which is true, by the way. My grandfather, he used to have one. Do you remember the woman? I said to her, what do you think about my grandfather? And by the way, this woman, she made a copyright claim. This stupid Muhammadan woman, she made a copyright. She called me in Skype. She talked to me live in public, and now because she's ashamed, she made a claim of copyright to YouTube. Can you believe it? Hypocrites and cowards. But they forgot that those videos are all over the internet. So I said to her, my grandfather, he died standing. Died standing. But nobody noticed for a year because he was holding a stick. She said to me, this doesn't make sense. The second I said to her, this is in the internet, this is in the Quran, it makes sense. She made fun of me. She said, sorry, I mean, this doesn't make sense. How is that? You know, like she was smart. The second I said, this is in the Quran, she accepted. It's true. And they think they can delete their embarrassment moments they made when they call me. The second you call me Abdul, there's thousands of people downloading my videos. Don't you think if you take it from my channel, you can take it from... I didn't even keep my videos anyway. I don't keep my videos. Go like my now channel, because I'm coming here, I moved all my videos. I have only one left, maybe. The guy, he died standing, and nobody noticed for a year, until the termite, they ate his stick. And here I ask myself, what's wrong with this Solomon? He never heard of aluminum? What about making a stick from gold? I mean, you are a king. Why you are being cheap? You are a king and holding a stick from wood? And you know, those termite look like it was a problem long time ago, not only now. They started showing the stick of Solomon, and Solomon is standing and nobody noticed. True, I mean, it makes sense. Quran is a book of science and book of everything is true. And you know, this guy is a king. He have ministers, he have wives, he have children's. Nobody noticed that he's dead. Why? Because he was holding a stick and he died standing. But then when the termite, my brother, ate his stick, it took them like a year. So when I said my grandfather, he died like this, and my grandmother, she did not notice, the woman, she said, this is not, it doesn't make sense. Sorry, I don't want to, you know, but it doesn't make sense. The second I show it from the Quran, it makes sense. Muslims. Stupid religion. When you follow Muhammadan cult, you have to accept to be dumb, silly, and all his stories is true. Otherwise, you will be in trouble in a second. Who is going to believe in such a stupid thing? I mean, and what is the purpose of this? Genie, flying carpets, divers, shaitan did dive for him. This is a cartoon. I mean, even a cartoon is not convincing for someone over the age of 6. I remember once I said to a girl, she's like little girl, I don't know, 7, 6, I don't know, I forgot the age. I said to her, I saw a broom. I said, do you see the broom? Like you can fly with it. She said to me, do you think I'm stupid? You can fool me? I could not fool a girl. She is 6 years, 7 years old. She said, this is just a broom. This is cartoon. They just make it for kids. I thought she would listen to me a little bit, like we can have fun, but she got me busted right away. Even a kid, she did not believe. And Muhammad, you have a flying carpet, a flying horse, you know, even Allah, he sent him a flying donkey, took him to the 7th heaven. And when Muhammad arrived to the 7th heaven, the angels behind the door, they could not recognize Jibreel. I mean, I understand if they could not recognize Muhammad as he is a new guest, but Jibreel, the boss, this is the boss. The guards of the gate, they said, who is there? He said, Jibreel. But Jibreel, he already told them, open the door. Open the door. Have you ever heard of a stupid angels like this? They did not recognize the voice of their boss. How many people they have, or how many angels in the world have the voice of Jibreel? I mean, I am a Christian prince. If I go anywhere, anyone can recognize me from my voice. I remember once I was making a seminar in the Philippines. There's 2 girls, they came to me. I was shaking hands with people, and you know, one of them, she, like, I noticed they want to talk, but they are like, you know, hesitating. So the other one, she is pushing her talk, you know. And then she said to me, I have a question, please. I said, yes. She said, are you Christian prince? I said, maybe. She said, see, I told you. It's him. So people recognize my voice in the Philippines, but the angels of Allah did not recognize the voice of Jibreel, and they ask him, who are you? And the same question repeated each time Jibreel, he arrived to the gate. The same question. Who is there? Jibreel. Who is with you? Muhammad. Is he invited? Let me show you the story so the Muslim will not say, oh, he's making things up. Look at this. A mule is called al-buraq, which means the light, the thunder. This guy is a mule. He's so fast, brother. But isn't it the Quran says the angels take them 1,000 years to go to the heaven? 1,000 years just to go. How Muhammad, he went with Jibreel in few hours and came back. So Jibreel, he come to the gate. So Jibreel asked for the gate to be open. It was said, who is he? What the heck? They did not recognize his voice. He replied, Jibreel. Okay, what if this guy is not Jibreel? You open the door. Hey Muslims, what is the guarantee this is Jibreel? What if it's Trump? And then they said again, who is with thee? Okay, how they knew there's somebody with him? If you say to me they can see through, are they stupid? They see through. They did not see who is Jibreel, and they are asking Jibreel, who are you? Who is with you? And then he said, Muhammad. How they knew who is this guy Muhammad now? Look like Muhammad is famous. Just Muhammad. And then the security guards of the angels, they said, oh, okay. Has he been sent for? What the heck? They don't have his name in the checkpoint? Allah invited Muhammad to come. He did not leave his name in the gate? This is religion? The security of the heaven of Allah. He been called? Oh, okay. Let us check the names, huh? What's his name you said? Muhammad. And then they continue and they go to the second gate. The same question. Who is he? Jibreel replied. Like, what the heck? So the first gate looked like they have no connection, no phone to tell the other gate there's somebody passed already. So he went to the second gate. The same question. He went to the third gate. The same question. He went to the sixth gate. The same question. Religion, brother, religion. This is true religion. And look at the description of the donkey, the limousine sent by Allah. I was brought al-buraq, who is an animal, white and long. He have to be white. Are you kidding me? Allah will not have a donkey is a black. He's racist. Longer than a donkey, but smaller than a mule. Look, what the heck? Who would place his hoof a distance of equal to the range of the vision. How he is so small, but yet his feet can reach the end of the horizon. I mean, have you ever heard of a donkey? He is so small, but yet his feet, the distance between them is so large. Let me see if I can paint this donkey for you using my special art. So this is the donkey. This is his tail. And now this is his feet. But his feet is so long. I cannot put it all on the screen, you know. But he is so small. But his feet goes from here to the end of the horizon, brother. What the heck is that? I know. Thank you very much. You know, this is what my mom, she used to say about my drawing. Amazing. You know, she says, son, you are a gift. You know. It's true that the neighbors used to laugh when she said that, but this is why she wanted to call me Muhammad, actually, you know, because I was like I sound like a gift from Allah with my drawing. What the heck is that? And now we have a gate, and then the angel is behind the gate, water gate, you know. There is a gate. Yes, brother, security. So this is the door. To go to Allah, brother. And then Jibreel is here. Those are his wings. He have a lot of wings. I know, he look really strange, but what do you expect? He's an angel of Allah. And this is Muhammad. So now the angels from behind the door, they are here. Behind the door. From the other side, if you don't mind. They are blue. Those are the blue sky angels, brother. This is why you cannot see them. They are blue. They have wings. Wings. So now this angel here, that is the head of the security. He says, who is behind the door? Jibreel, he said to him, open the door. This guy said to him, who behind the door? Okay. The angel says, you stupid, it's me, Jibreel. Jibreel. The angel here, he says, okay, who is with you? Any one of you Muslims is convinced that this is a story can be accepted to be from God? An angel, he do not know what is behind the door? And why Jibreel cannot jump over the door? Isn't he an angel who fly? I mean, how high this door? Like, just just a question, please. I mean, don't be upset. Don't be upset. Okay, so this is the okay. I have to delete the whole. I need to make a new door now. I used the wrong brush. You know what you expect. You know, when you are talking to a famous artist, we do a lot of mistakes. People do not know, by the way. They think they just come with perfect art. No. Sometimes we delete the same art, like we printed like 30, 40, 50 times until we come with something perfect. So let's make perfect one. So this is the gate of Allah. Uh-oh. Is that a cross? No way. And this is the door. Those are the handles for the door. Jibreel is here, but Jibreel can fly. Why he's asking for the door to be open? Based on this scenario, Jibreel, he cannot enter because there is a security alarm and maybe electric system. If he tried to go in, he will be shot. How we can prove that? Let us go to the Quran. Allah, he have a defense Star Wars system. Supposedly I'm leaving. What the heck? If you go in the Quran, and by the way, the Muslim, they make videos about it, about the atmosphere. They claim this is the atmosphere. Allah, he received information that Shaitan is spying at him. So he developed a new system to shoot Shaitan as soon as he get close to the bedroom of Allah. It says here, and verily we in the heaven we have set mansions of the stars, and we made decoration beautified for the beholder, and we have guarded it from every outcast devil, save him who stealeth the hearing, and them doth a clear flame pursue, or like, you know, he attacked them with it. Sorry for my reading. So Shaitan, it's guarded, but Shaitan still can go and hijack the system of Allah, and he go inside and he steal information. And then Allah, translation by the way is false. It says Allah, he will send the meteor. Change the translator. Let us see another idiot. And we have guarded it near heaven from every outcast Shaitan, except him the devil. Oh, look the stupidity. He guarded the heaven except from Shaitan. I mean, so what is the point of guarding the heaven if Shaitan himself is not, he can go through? Have you ever heard of security like this? I guarded the heaven from every outcast Shaitan except the devil. But this is their daddy. Every Shaitan, brother, he cannot go to the heaven except the devil himself. So Muhammad, he divided between Satan and the devil? No, the verse doesn't say that. The verse says that I guarded from every Shaitan except the one who steal information. What do you mean? That means you did not guard anything. That means all of them, they can go. You see, the translation is false here. They say the devil. It doesn't say that. It says except the one who steal information, who steal and he hear. That means all of them, they can go. So Shaitan, he can get in and he can steal information from Allah. Yet Muhammad and Jibreel, they are asking the door to be open. And when the Shaitan, he go there, Allah will shoot him. Islam is explaining the meteor we see in the sky. Why the meteor? Because Allah is shooting Shaitan in his anus. This is why Shaitan, he looked like a monkey. He have a red anus. I don't know if you saw them. They have a red butt. If you watch those monkeys in Japan, they sit in the like boiling water in the volcano area. You know, they have red ass. Trash Allah. Muhammad, he believed in superstition that the fortune teller, this is what they do. They companion or they have a friendship with the Shaitan. Shaitan, he go to Allah, he listen to Allah, he steal information, he come back to the earth, he tell the fortune teller. This is what Muhammad is saying. This is why we see in different verses in the Quran, even Allah himself, he opened a Harry Potter school to teach magic. He sent 2 angels, and again the same again. False story. Muhammad is seeing it from other culture. Most likely Harut and Marut, those are Armenian names. It's coming from Armenia. Allah, he sent 2 angels. Their name is Harut and Marut, and they opened and they landed in the Babylon Tower. And what they do? They open a school to teach magic. Before you join the school, you have to sign the disclaimer. And what is the purpose of the school? Read with me. I mean, have you ever heard of a God? He sent 2 angels to teach a school of magic so you can divorce the wife from the husband? What is the purpose of the school of Allah of magic? To separate between the man and the husband, and the wife. So if you are a person who is divorced, or you are facing a divorce, my friend, it is Harut and Marut. Why men and women they get divorced? Because of Harut and Marut. Allah, he sent 2 angels to teach black magic. So now the reason your wife, she is angry from you, she don't like you no more, because somebody put magic on you. Here we go. Top Roman said, I don't know if this is he or she, believe in this. There's a lot of idiot in the world. They believe in it. I'm telling you, there's stupid people believe in those things. Okay. Oh boy. هاروت وماروت يا رجل إنهما مختصان في الطلاق وما أدراك ما الطلاق اذهب إلى الحلاق يعطيك من القصص ما فيها ذميمة وبدون مذاق. What a stupid religion. Who wanna register in the course? Hey guys, if you have a friend and actually I can make money from this. Hold on, I'm open a business, Harut and Marut. I will make a new channel. I will call it Harut and Marut Clinic. No, not clinic. Voodoo. Like you pay me like in the front, like half payment, all right, and then half payment after you get the divorce or like divorcing, not necessarily your wife, by the way. Like you don't like your neighbor, maybe. Yeah, you don't like your boss. You want him to get divorced, huh? You just to contact me, brother. All right, and I will do, and shish kebab hummus. Yeah, this is God. I remember once I went to a voodoo store, and people are buying. Just I went to get this guy busted. So I said, do you have like a voodoo something I can get rid of my mother-in-law? He said, yes, yes. Actually, I know that you have a problem with your mother-in-law. I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, okay, what is the problem? He said, oh, she is causing you a lot of problem. I said, well, I'm not married. You should see everybody in the store. They die laughing. He pretended that now he knew my problem. He is connected with the voodoo. He said, yes, yes, I know about yours. I know that you have a problem with your mother-in-law. I said, really? How you know? He said, I know, I know. I said, so what do you think what she's doing? She said, she's causing you a lot of problems. And right away in front of everybody, I said, but I'm not married. He looked at me. It's okay. It's time to go for lunch. We are going to close now, And those a bunch of stupid white people, sorry to say, all of them, they are white. Hippies, rings in their nose and ring in their ass and ring in their belly and ring everywhere. They are number one customer to buy the stupidity. Bones, skull, toys. What the heck is that, man? Human being is so stupid. The same actually I faced in Romania. I was in Romania, and in Romania a lot of people believe in those stupid, and yet they are Christians supposedly. So in Romania there is a woman, she claimed that if a woman she like a man, she can make him love you. So I said, so anyway, she came to visit those people. I was there, and they told me this is what she do. So I said to her, can you make me love you? She said, I can make a woman. I said, no, no, no. Can you make me love you? You. Said, I can. I said, no. Can you make me love you? I told her I'm a very picky person. I don't feel in love. Can you make me love you? And then I will believe you. Make me love you. Go ahead. What you can do, Liars, they fool people, naive. Even educated people, they feel in such a garbage. Very educated, they believe in fortune tellers. They believe, I mean, crazy stuff. But, if you are a donkey, well, what you can say? As the Chinese, they said, he left as a donkey, never come back as a horse. So even if you have degrees, even if you have education, still you are a donkey. You believe in stupid stuff. Josh is talking about as God he have love. My friend, your God don't have love, and don't come here. Stupid. Isn't it the Quran says, I created not mankind and genie except to worship me? How he love you? He want only you to worship him. He don't want anything. That is not love. That is an ego. Don't come here again. I have no time for stupidity. Bring your dad. If a God of Islam, he believe in love, he will not say, I created you not for any reason except to worship me alone. That is the only reason. That is not love. You see, if I say right now, let us say I get married, then I have a son, and then I say to my son, I did not marry your mother except to have a son so he can serve me. That is not love, that is evil. That means I did not love him, and I did not love his mother. I just want to use and abuse others. And this is your God. Face it. He is lonely, he is sick, he's an idiot, and he's looking for worshippers. In fact, Muhammad, he said, if you don't commit sin and ask Allah for forgiveness, Allah will destroy you. Another smart person saying, convert to Hinduism and you will find peace. Exactly, brother. I will go to the temple where they worship rats. And in the rat temple, I will find all the piece of a cheese which is missing in my kitchen. I mean, supposedly you are better than the Muslims? Worshipping rats. And when the husband die, we burn the wife with the husband. Peace. I'm really convinced. You remind me of what his name? Sadhguru. Sadhguru, I made a video and he was talking about why we don't accept each other, why we get in the defense when somebody disagree with us, why, you know, and like the guru, he's a guru, you know, the nicest speech. So I made a video getting him busted about what stupid things he said. 15 minutes after, he reported me to Paltalk for copyright. Did not even stay in YouTube for 15 minutes, the video. The whole time he's talking about accepting each other. Why you are insecure? This is why you don't get upset when somebody criticize you. You are insecure. I made the video 15 minutes after he reported, and it says, and I made a video about it, this video claimed by Sadhguru. I mean, his name is Sad, and he will teach you how to be happy. And not only that, this guy, they asked him about, they accused him that he killed his wife. He said, my wife, she decided her fate by yoga. Look, what the heck? She killed herself by yoga. Have you ever heard of somebody, he do yoga and he decide how to die? Go watch the video. If this is the case, I want to get married now. If I don't like my wife, I will teach her yoga. Oh boy. Listen, if you have a mother-in-law and she is giving you a hard time, let her join the yoga school. Yeah, I mean, what the? I thought yoga will make you happy. It turned to be no. The woman, she commits suicide by yoga. All right. We don't want to change our time, but there's a lot of stupid things in this world. Before we finish, now soon we have what? Somebody told me there's a Valentine soon, right? Now, Valentine is not a bad day, but people, they make it bad day. So I want to warn you, don't be stupid. Read the story behind the Valentine. A man was fighting the emperor who forbade men from getting married during the time they serve in the army. This Christian man, he stood against him, says, you cannot do that. This is the right given from God. Sadly, people today, they make it about sleeping around. Things have nothing to do with the occasion. And not only that, people, they go stupid and they spend a lot of money buying things which have nothing to do with the occasion. So don't be stupid and spend your money. If I go right now and search for Valentine's Day gifts, I mean, it's a huge market. And disgusting too. So only fools, they will fall into commerce or commercial holiday. Christmas is not about buying and selling Christmas is about celebrating Christ, occasion, not even a day. Same for the Easter. They keep creating days for the fool. Mother Day, Father Day, Grandfather Day, Sunday, Dog's Day, Women Day, Labor Day. They have all days and none of them belong to you. The only day belong to you is when you live a happy life. In that day, it is your day. So don't be a fool, wasting your money in stupid things. Cannot make you happy. In fact, you are wasting your money making somebody else happy. Right? Very simple. And if you love somebody, you marry that person, and you take care of that person. Every day is a Valentine Day. It's not by buying gifts. Don't be stupid. You know, we mentioned about the temple of the rats, but there is in the world a human being, they are like rats. They steal your money. You are naive, you are stupid, you are a fool, and you are driven by culture. And then even you meet a girl, she will be upset because you did not buy her something. If you want my advice, you don't even want her, because she is a fool. If this is what she think about love, don't be involved with such a person. Love is not about gift. It's about giving your life to someone you love, not some panties or chocolate or stupid things. If this is what she wants from you, and this is what you want from her, then both of you are a bunch of fools and you are a match. No, it's not about money is not important. No, money is important. Money is important because you work like a donkey to make the money. That's what we are talking about. Don't waste your money. You work like a donkey to make it. Then somebody, he steals from you in 2 seconds. Maybe we should make some videos about stupid things people do. As an example, a person who want to get married in America. What they do? They have to buy a diamond ring. Why? Anybody can tell me why? And what is the price for the diamond ring? You break the back of the man, you will go bankrupt, and you are poor for a long time. And by the way, the diamond ring you buy is not, even you try to say it, you will lose 95% of the price. They are fooling you. Everything became a commercial. Marriage, even the funeral. In the funeral, they want a limousine, tons of flowers. You have money, give it to the poor. The guy is dead. The guy all his life, he did not have a limousine. Now you want to give him a limousine when he died? What about you give him a limousine when he was alive? For 1 day at least. Now he's dead, you put him in limousine. Like the guy, what his name? George Floyd. The guy, he was poor man. He don't have a job. He don't have money. He is even doing crimes just to make living. And then he died. And then suddenly he have a coffin covered by gold. Limousine. Ministers came. Senators. Congressmen. What happened? Don't be a fool, and don't let those people, they get rich from the foolish you. It's your foolishness who make them rich. Same buying phones. Oh, there's a new phone, Samsung S23. Okay, I'm going to buy this. Look, why your phone is still working? What's wrong with your phone? Oh, it have better picture. My friend, the monkey, you still the same you. The phone will not change it. What the picture will do? Honestly, when I see how people they behave, I get really upset for them. I feel sad for them. You work day and night to make little money, especially the poor one, by the way, is the one who spend money. Do you know why rich are really rich? Most of them, not all of them. Because they are so cheap. And the poor is the one who spend non-stop. So he stay poor forever. He spent his life spending money, and he die poor. And the money he spent for something is useless. What about I save money to buy little land, maybe build a house in the village one day when I get old? What if I secure my life, have a property? What if why you want to buy big screen TV and big phone and big, what this is for? My friend, secure your life. Don't make them fool you. It is evil what they do to the poor people. You opened it, even when you watch YouTube, nothing but commercial. Everybody want to sell you something, and none of them is something you need. If you look around you of things you buy, I am sure that 80% of things you have at your home, you did not buy it for a good reason. You became a tool for them. They drive you by their commercial. Like the guy, what his name, the phone company, he bring his mom to the commercial, his brother-in-law, I mean, everybody in the commercial. And they are millionaires. And imagine you bring your mom to make advertising for your phone company. Do you see how cheap they are? Do you see how low they are? Isn't it enough all the millions you have? Still they want to steal more. They never have enough. They will never have enough. And you, because you did not have the guidance of God. You see, if we look at the Bible, you will see how the disciple of Jesus lived and how the Messiah himself lived. I understand life now is different, but nothing really changed. Always there is somebody want to buy something and sell something. In the time of Jesus, one of his disciples decided to sell Jesus. Jesus himself was sold. And today, you sell yourself to the devil without knowing. You work hard, and then all your money is gone. All right, my friend, feel free to translate my videos. Sometime we need something to wake us up, right? I'm not putting you down, by the way. I'm just giving you my advice. How many of you here own the place he live in? Give me one, please. If you are a person who own the place you live in. Even though we are changing topic, but it's okay. Let's take a break from the garbage of Muhammad. Okay, how many of you don't own a house or the place you live in? You are renting. Give us two if you don't own it. You will see that the one who own is way less than those who rent. All of us, we struggle, we have hard time to establish our life. There's even people who live in a places they cannot even call the houses. But God bless them, they live in it, what they can do. My advice to those who have little income or even bigger income, the first thing you should do in your life, the first target you should do in your life is to own the place to live. You know, I am in USA, I am a stranger, I have nobody, and I went through a lot of things. But there's one good decision I made. I'm not going to rent no more. So if I have no income, I can survive. At least I have a ceiling on top of me. Nobody will come and throw me in the street. Even if my fridge is empty, even if I have no penny in my pocket, at least I can be peacefully in my house. Secure yourself before you start spending your money and buying stupid phones and cameras and all the stupid things which is useless. You can buy those things only if they will make you money. Only if they will make you money. Anything will not support your life to build better life, obviously you are doing wrong. So before you do anything, ask yourself, okay, what is the benefit of this thing I'm going to buy? Big TV. What is big TV for? Oh, well, you know, what, only people who have money will have a big TV? Yes. Because you have a bigger target first. You have a TV, but you don't have a place. Tomorrow you will lose your job. The owner will come, will ask you for the rent, will kick you out. You and your TV will be in the street. What the TV will do to you? Secure your life so in the future your children will not suffer, will not go homeless. In USA, you know, this will happen everywhere. In USA, American, when they are young, they spend their life spending money in stupid things. They eat every day in the restaurant. They go vacation here and there, Bahama, Nahama, Sahama, whatever. Christmas come, Valentine come, the credit card is running like a crazy. Then they get older and then nobody will hire them and the job is really harder. And they don't have a place to live in. What is next? You will live like a dog in the street. Why you do that to yourself? And if you are a female, they will rape you. If you are a man, they will rob you. And the police will harass you. And people will look at you down. Why? Why you want to do that to yourself? I'm not making fun of you if you are the kind who spend money in stupid things, but I'm saying to you, you don't want to end like this. Secure yourself. Even a little tiny land in the middle of nowhere is better than nothing, because at least one day, if you lose everything, you can go, you build a shag, like you put some whatever things, you make a house for yourself. Better than being homeless. You cannot tell them that one day I used to be making a lot of money. They will laugh at you even more. Oh, I used to make a lot of money when I was 30. Well, now you are not 30. Now nobody will hire you. And actually, I witness in many countries in the world, when you get older and older, not like 40 or 50, no. If you are 30 and older, you have hard time to find a job. Can you believe it? They want to hire somebody who's 20. You are 30 years old now. So the older you get, the less opportunity you have. So you have a time where you can make money, and you have a time where you start not able to make money. And then you can start getting sick, you are not the same, your body is not the same, you cannot walk the same, and then what? Your income will shrink. Now you need more maintenance because you are getting old. If you lift your arm up, oh, it's hurting me. If you bend down, oh, I cannot stand up again. So don't wait until those days come. Secure yourself and don't spend a penny. You see, if a woman, she love a man, she will be upset if he buy her a gift. She will say, save it. Like, you are getting married? Save it, let us buy a house. This is what a smart woman would do. Which one is better to buy you, for me, I don't know, I have a different way of thinking. If I am in love with a woman, I will not even buy her flowers. What she would do with them, she will make them salad? What a flower for? Maybe one flower, I will grab it from the yard. But I will never buy flower. You can think this is cheap, you can think whatever, but this is this reality. Life is not easy. Life is not Valentine's. Life have hard time, sickness, death, cancer, you name it. And you waste your money for stupid things. Honestly, I will never waste a penny to buy a flower if I have a wife. And if she is the kind who like a flower, she is marrying the wrong guy. I will buy her something useful, something she need. Not something she will put it in the vase for 2 seconds or like ring. What she would do with this stupid ring? She will be target for every thief in town. Anyway, I know some people will not like what I'm saying, especially females now. They will say, oh, I hope my husband, he did not hear his speech today. But anyway, yeah, buy her parsley is better. At least we can eat it. What we would do with the flowers, I'm not against that. What about I buy her a piece of land, so I can secure her future if you have money? Not a stupid ring. What she would do with the ring? When you go to sell your ring, do you know what the jewelry guy will say to you? 70% for the labor is gone. Look, what the heck? I spent a lot of money for this ring. They will say to you, yeah, this is the value. So you spent how much? $9,000. Okay, I can take it from you for $800. From 9,000 to 800, yes, you're lucky actually. You know what? I don't even need it. Take it. So you were a fool. You wasted a lot of money for nothing. And then you and your wife, you go honeymoon, and your wife, she lose the ring in the beach. Now you are double bankrupt. Or if I hold on, let me tell you about the Middle Eastern, how they spend their money. The Middle Eastern are very unique people, very, very. We are unique in everything. I don't know. There's many Middle Eastern and admin in the chat now. They will get upset from me. Oh boy. You will see the guy, he can afford to take a bus. And then when they get married, they have to rent the biggest hall and invite dancing team and music. And the bride, she have to buy the most expensive dress. And the limousine have to be the longest. Oh, my cousin, he have a limousine 6 meters. Oh, it's not 6 meters? No way. I will not accept that. It have to be 8 meters. But we don't have in town 8 meters. We extend it. They spend money in unbelievable way because they are so hypocrite. Most of them, they are even bankrupt. They don't even have the penny in their pocket. They take mortgage. They take a loan just to make a party to show off. I'm just being truthful with you. You can ask the Middle Eastern here. They love to show off. Like, can we take somebody, a friend, he take a video for us and they would, no way, we need a professional, 2 professionals. So if one professional is not good, the other professional will be better. And not only that, my cousin, she have a maid. I want a maid. Who? My salary is $700. The maid, she need 500. So what? I don't care. This is your job. She want a maid because her cousin have a maid. Very, 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 very awkward society. But for sure, I'm not everybody, no. But there is a huge number. It's a sickness. Honestly, it's a sickness. It's an illness. And then even they compete about how many floors is your cake in the wedding. 7 floors? Oh my! They should see my cake. It was 10 floors. I mean, if you go and see the wedding of those people, you will die laughing, really, especially if you are a person who observe the behavior, the stupid behavior of a human being. Like, how many floors? Like, this is the Babylon Tower? What is that? And not only that, you and your wife, you will eat a piece of cake and the rest of it is gone. So what for? What about you marry the women, you go take her parents, her sister, her brother, your brother, whatever, go to the church, get married, bye-bye, thank you. And not only that, and they will speak about you, how cheap you are, even if you serve all kinds of food. Oh, can you believe it? There's no hummus. I'm telling you, they will speak about you, they will badmouth you. So you wasted your money, you took a mortgage, you are bankrupt, and later when the bills come, you start fighting with your wife. You just get married to her because of the spending you did. This is how a human being is stupid, my friend. Smart people don't follow a culture unless it's a good culture. Don't follow a culture unless it is a good culture. Like in the West, they have things I like, they have things I don't like. So I take from them what is good and I reject what is bad. Same in the Middle East, they have good and they have bad. Take the bad, throw it away. Take the good and keep it. Who care what people will say? They will forget about you. Trust me, who care? If you are worrying about what people will say, you will spend your life worrying. You will not even live. Dress as you wish. Just be modest. Don't spend money in expensive clothes, even if you have money. Because trust me, if you buy a jeans for $5 or a jeans for $1,000, nobody care. That will not make you a valuable person. That will make you a person who do not know what to live, how to live. Who care? Do you think if I look at you and you are wearing a jeans, like when I was in Germany, my jeans ripped. So I start looking for a jeans. And man, the prices was crazy. In USA, we got a jeans for $10. 130, 160, 100. Man, for a stupid jeans? You go to Walmart, you get a jeans for $10. And the jeans even will stay for many years. Good for you, Black Prince. By the way, Black Prince, if you need a divorce lawyer, just contact me. Once I was in a restaurant, like those guys, they like after the wedding, they reserved part of the restaurant, not all of it. So they came to the restaurant to eat there. But there is a photographer. He went around and he gave cards. And so he came to me, to my table. I was eating. He says, "Sir, if you have any occasion, I said, "What do you do?" I said, "Like wedding, baptism." I said, "Do you do divorce parties?" He said, "What?" You should see his face. Oh boy. He said, sorry. I said, do you divorce? Do you do like you do all kind of occasion? You mention wedding, etc., but you don't mention divorce. He said, but he was looking for words to say, and people they are looking at me. I said, well, isn't this is the real party? I mean, people get married and then they suffer from divorce, and now finally you are divorced. So you should add this to your card. We do divorce parties too. This is my advice to you. Anyway, yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, life is, you have to be, you open TV, they force you to eat when you are not hungry because of the commercial they play. They want to sell, like, and by the way, those commercials are very powerful. Commercials are made by very professional people who can control your mind and make you do things against your will. You might think, oh, just commercial playing on TV. No. They drive you to buy. So if you are not smart, strong, you will not be able to resist their advertising. They will make hell as heaven. The same as Muhammad do. Muhammad, he do advertise for his heaven. Gold, silver, women, sex, banana tree, open buffet. All those are salesmen. What when the Lord he spoke to the disciple, he mentioned something very unique. Anyone remember? He will send you as what? Anyone remember? He will send us as what? As fishermen. What fishermen mean? Fishermen present many things. A person who can sustain his living. A person who can support himself. A person who can feed others. Many, many things. Jesus never wanted us to be consumers. He wanted us to be providers, hardworking people, and not to depend in someone else. And in our life trip, we save lives. And we provide life. So don't be a silly buyer. Be a fisherman. You know, there is like a story about fisherman. There's like a, in the seaside, there's like a place where fishermen they gather at the end of their working day just to have a good time. And there's a guy is coming from the city. He saw those fishermen, and one of them is close to him, so he opened a conversation with him. He said, so how is your work? He said, it's good, thank God. He said, what time you start working in the morning? Are you done now? He said, yeah, I'm done. We wake up very early in the morning, and by by noontime, I go back home, relax. God is good. And then the businessman who have a business mentality, he said to him, why you don't work harder, save money, and you buy a boat? It's a good idea. I mean, nothing wrong with that. He said, okay, well, I have a little boat, Said, okay, what about then you save more money and maybe you can buy 2 boats? Well, why I need 2 boats? I mean, I'm one person, I cannot drive 2 in the same time. And then the guy from the city start explaining. If you have 2 boats, you will have 2 income. Then you hire people to work for you. Then you will make more money. Then you buy more boats. Then you will have a big company. Then you have a lot of boats. And now you became a person who have a huge and maybe millions of dollars. And then you can, after having all those things, you can enjoy your life and relax. The fisherman, look at him, he says, when you start talking to me, you ask me, what are you doing? I said, I'm just relaxing. So you want me to work like a donkey all my life to end with the word relax? I'm relaxing already. So there is a person who will advise you, who want to make you rich. That not what will make you happy. So you work like a donkey and now you lost all your life and you're, like your young time, just working like crazy. And now when you are so old, you can't move, you can't go anywhere. Now it's time to relax. Well, he's relaxing already. He finished by 10, 11 p.m. a.m. in the morning. He's done. He go meet with his friends. He see his wife every day. He see his children. He's fine. You do not need your billionaire business plan. So all this madness to be rich and then I can relax. I'm relaxing now. But you will notice that this is a fisherman who is self-sustained. His livelihood is not dependent in somebody else. And that make his life more secure than many of us life, because we are dependent in someone else. If you work for a company, they can kick you anytime. And if your job is not necessarily, they can replace you so easy. You depend on them. They don't depend on you. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense to you or not, but it's up to you for sure to think about life the way. You can't be a fisherman because you got seasick. Oh, I have a solution for you. Drink camel urine, go to the sea. You will not get sick from the sea no more, because now you will get sick from the camel urine. So you will forget about the seasick. I'm living in the rented flat, CP. No problem. You see, me myself, I rented when I came to the state. What I can do, But you work, you work hard. You put a target in front of you. Any money you want to spend in something will not help you to be secure. Is the wrong money to spend. My friend, most of people are poor. So you live in an apartment, you are renting. That is very normal. But what is not normal is to stay there forever. That means you are not doing the right thing. And not only that, if you stay in an apartment, let's say you are paying $1,500 a month, which is usually, it's a lot more. After 10 years, do you know how much money you spent? This money can buy you a nice villa. All the money you spend on rent is gone. You cannot take it back. So if you can buy a property to build a little house somewhere, is better than living in the most fancy area in the town, paying rent. There, if you have a little property, you don't pay rent, and then you will notice how much money you will be able to save, because most of your income goes to rent. Number one, let us say, reason to lose income in USA is paying rent. The guy worked for Walmart, he make $3,000, he pay $1,700 for the rent, at least. What is left? You have a children, you have a wife, you have etc. You have you need to buy for the kid need this, the daughter need this, and then you find you have no money left, because most of your money is taken by the landlord. So don't depend on others in order to be successful. All right, my friend, God bless your life is now. I like your name. Here we go. You are saying I am old, was abused most of my years, and earn enough to pay my bills. And look, you are saying your name is Life is now. Good. You are strong. So, but we need to learn. We need to learn. And we need to learn from people like the person there, our friend, who he said he been abused. And when you get older, my friend, you can get abused more, because many people now will take advantage of you. Did you hear about the scammers who called old people to steal their money? It happened every day to hundreds of thousands of people. They target old people. They call a woman from the bank. They say to her, we're from the bank. Somebody hacked your account. We will send you a link. Please put your password, change it. The woman, she is old. She don't know. It's hardly she can use the computer. She go there. She give them the password. Can you confirm your social security for us? She confirm it. She give it to them. Evil, my friend, evil is everywhere. The devil is real. And there's people who worship the devil for real. They will love to abuse you. They don't care if you die like a rat. So you have to be smart. And always the victims is the one who they are the good ones, because they have good heart. They trust everybody. That will make you a victim easy, because you trust easy, because you think everybody is like you. But reality is not this, is not that. So anyway, I just want to give you advice before this occasion come. Don't spend your money where they don't belong to. You have better things to do in life, especially if you are young. Save for your future, because your future can be horrible if you don't have security. Today you are young, you are making money a lot easier. You will not stay young forever. You will not stay healthy forever. And things you can do easy today, you will not be able to do it easy tomorrow. I assure you that. If you don't believe me, go and look at old people who walk by in the street in front of you every day. One day you will be like them. You like it or not. You think you are 20? No, you are not 20. You are already 60. Time goes so fast. You think you are healthy? You are not. So fast you will lose your health. So don't waste your money, don't waste your time, don't be fool, Valentine and etc. and buying gifts and all this garbage. Learn how to live, my friend. Don't be cheap, but don't be stupid. I don't like cheap people, by the way. Cheap people are mentally ill. It's a kind of phobia. Don't live cheap. No, never live cheap. But never be stupid too. I am not practical. Okay, you are the practical person. All right. I am not practical. Yeah. Uh, yeah, you know, like I remember, like many Filipinos, they work in Saudi Arabia all year long, and now he want to go to the Philippines. He buy phones to his family, cameras, keyboard. Why? I mean, you lost your life working in this country for nothing. What those things will do? What about you buy little property, a store, so one day you can stop working like a slave for those people there? They are working literally like slaves. Literally. So you work in Saudi Arabia for 15, 20 years, and then you come back bankrupt because you spend your money in stupid things. Buying stupid stuff. All those things you bought is zero value. I rented a house, cost $13 a month. That's a good rent. But where do you live, my friend, long? You cannot be in USA. In USA, that will not pay for a half hour rent. Yeah. And this is why actually, you know, some people think if they come to a different country like the West, they will have a better life. Not necessarily. Being a fisherman, as I mentioned, that person in Indonesia can be maybe more happy for you from living in New York. Because in New York, you will live like a rat. You will work all day long. You will lose all your friends. You will speak a language it's not yours. You will eat food you don't like. You will rent an apartment in the size of a rat house and you spend all your salary. So why you want to go there? Living cheap is you don't spend when you should. That is cheap. As an example, your son, he need clothing. You buy it for him. But you don't buy him clothing when he do not need clothing. Your wife, she needs something, you buy it for her. She need it. You buy it. That is the cheap. When you don't spend when you should spend. People who are cheap, I don't even respect them. Because then now you are worshiping money. Money should serve us, not the opposite. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the Philippines, they have a very bad habit. No problem, I help my family, but I need to think which one is better. I stay in Saudi Arabia working like a donkey, or work for 2 3 years, save good money, and come back and buy a business, buy a taxi maybe to drive, make living. Right? You have to be smart. Spending your money in stupid gifts will keep you slave forever. You will never go anywhere. Wonderful. So why I want to go to America if I can have a house in Indonesia for $100 a month? What is the average salary of Indonesia? Because always we have to remember that money is relative, is not the number. It's relative to where you live. So in Indonesia, I'm sure that not everybody, $100 is not easy for everybody, right? So how much money you make a month as an average? An average person in Indonesia, how much you make? If you make $100 a month and the rent is 100, that's a lot. You know what I mean? So it's not the number what make it big or small. It is the percentage to your salary. So if my mortgage is $100 and my salary is 1,000, good. Still I have $900 to live with him, and I will own my house later. So when you say why 100, it can be a lot. You know what I mean? So it's not just a number. It's how much money you make. If somebody offer you a salary of $10,000, and then to live in that city you have to spend 11,000, you're not making money, you're losing money. Okay, so if you are making 250 and you pay 100 and to make you able to have a house, that's a good thing. You are paying to own a house now, not rent. So still you have, obviously the 150 left will be enough to live, maybe, right? See, the numbers sometimes they don't make sense, depend in the country you live in. But in some countries, you can buy like 1 kilogram of beef maybe for $50. As an example, in the Middle East, the cheapest part of the chicken is the wings. In USA, the expensive part is the wings. In the Middle East, the tail of the ox, they buy it for dogs. In USA, the most expensive part of the cow is the tail. Every country have different life standard and things that expensive, cheap. So you have to measure your income with your country. It's just not just a number. You know what I mean? But for me, I believe that living simple life, if you are a person who have a simple life and you are happy with it, better than go into a country like have a dream to be rich, because those countries, they can open a lot of doors, good or bad. But I assure you, your life will not be easier. So you have to be careful. Maybe it's good if you are Indonesian, you come to USA, you work for a few years, you save money, you go back home, you know, life there is way cheaper, so whatever you save from USA will be good. That's a good idea, right? You have to manage yourself to secure yourself. So always think about it this way, that one day when I am in my 50, 60, 70, I will be secure and I will not be homeless. I can support myself. When you are young, life is easy. Whatever you do, you can make living. But then things will get difficult, and you have to be ready for that day. Most poor countries, they don't have retirement. Even actually, if you live in USA and they give you a retirement, what retirement would do? Most of it, like Social Security, is nothing. The inflation in USA is crazy, especially after we have this stupid Biden. So if they give you $800, there will not be enough even to pay your rent, because you trusted the government that one day when you are 65, you will get something. So be smart and don't depend on others, and don't spend your money. The whole idea is, don't spend your money in something is not useful for you. Always, before you make a purchase, whatever it is, think what is the use for it and how it can help me tomorrow, not just today. Is it necessarily? Do I really need it? Like you watch a commercial, oh, they have a new phone. Okay, do you really need to buy one? Is your phone to have you have now is working? If it's working, why you want to buy a new one? Just give me a reason. There's no reason, except being a fool. You decide to spend your money, give it to the rich ones. They get rich, you stay poor. And you know, like right now, the world is enjoying a partially peace. Imagine if the war goes tomorrow. Do you know how much suffering will have? Like now, Ukraine, the war in Ukraine. If they did not make a deal to make the wheat of Ukraine go out, many countries around the world, they will go in war, civil war immediately. Actually, Egypt economy now is collapsing because of the war of Ukraine. This country, whole country, live in bread. And the bread price there becomes so expensive. So the war in Ukraine, people in Egypt, they might die. You know what I mean? What the war in Ukraine have to do with you? Because many of those countries, they are not self-sustained. Their food, their livestock is based in somebody else. In USA, if we go in war with China, the American will go naked. Literally. We buy everything from China. So if war happened, and especially the war between the giants, the whole earth is doomed. And then you will lose your job. You will lose your income. You will, I mean, things will be horrible. So don't think about life is going to be heaven forever. You never know. And not to forget disaster, volcano, earthquake, I mean crazy stuff. Like in Indonesia, they have volcano, right? One day, oops, Mr. Volcano, he decided to sneeze. Your economy is a flip upside down. And you have to leave your house. And this is if you are lucky, you are not dead yet. Most of people, they, like now we are enjoying really a very good time where like not much war in the world. nothing serious, like crazy. But those things can change so fast, especially if we have like idiots who they are leaders. Everything can switch upside down in the blink of an eye. Uh, like those people in Turkey, they were sleeping in their houses. They thought they bought apartment, they bought buildings, they have a life. Oops, everything is gone. Not only their property is gone, their children is gone, their family is gone. So you have to be ready. Life is not what you think. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to keep you longer. I was supposed to go from a long time ago, but that's what you do to me. You keep me staying. So I want to say thank you for being here. Please inform your friends that we are live from now on until further notice in this account, Christian Prince 2. We changed the name. As you see there, it says Christian Prince 2. So that one will be Christian Prince. This one, Christian Prince 2. So take a note, and until we go back there, maybe 2 months, maybe 1 month, we will see. From now, you are informed that we are going to be here. Feel free to download the video if you like it, and if not, it's up to you. As you know, I don't keep my videos. Thank you, God bless you, and see you again soon. Take care.